At Roe Heath Pavilion Church, we always have a verse for the year. And as we enter into 2021, our chosen verse for the year comes from Romans 12:12. Easy to remember. And there are three things about the verse. The first is to be joyful in hope. And the second is to be patient in affliction. And the third is to be faithful in prayer. And we want to share with you just briefly now something about each of those aspects of this verse for the year from Romans 12, verse 12.
So that first part, being joyful in hope. Now, those of you who know me, you know how much I love the word joy. I use it all the time. It is one of my favorite words, not because I'm a particularly happy person or I'm positive or anything, but joy, there's something deeper about joy. It's about having Jesus in your heart, so when you are going through hard times, you can still have joy. And being joyful in hope, it goes even deeper than that. Hope in Jesus, hope in heaven, hope in a future. We have joy because of that.
And if you've not been to the cafe yet at Roe Heath, then do get on down to the cafe in 2021, because the staff there do a wonderful thing. With each of the coffee cups, they write on it a particular word. And one of the words they write is joy. Another that they write on these coffee cups is hope. Often when you go to a cafe, you have your name written on the top. But here we have names which are connected with who God is. God is full of joy and he brings hope. So in 2021, come on down to the cafe, enjoy a nice drink and be encouraged with the words on the lids here. We wonder, what are you hopeful for in 2021? What is it that you are seeking in terms of your relationship with God or the things that are happening in your life? And how are the two connected? Who God is for you and the hopes that you have for this year ahead.
Now, the second part of this Romans 12:12 verse talks about being patient in affliction. Now, if joy is my favorite word, patience might be one of my least favorite words. I'm not a patient person. I don't like waiting. And especially when things are hard, I want to jump to the end. I want to know what's in store for me. So being patient in affliction is a really big challenge for me personally. So as we walk through and remember this verse together this year, maybe that's a challenge for you and we can be in that together. We want to be patient in affliction.
We've all experienced affliction during the pandemic, and 2020 was such a difficult year. We don't know what 2021 has in store for us, but as a church we need to journey with each other in our sufferings and in our afflictions that we've all faced and we're all aware of. Some of them, though, are very personal. But how does it mean to be community together as we support one another through the afflictions that we face? Don't know about you, but that's all about trusting in God and what it means to lean on one another in faith. So in the coming months throughout this year, let's support each other in our faith, that we would trust God in deeper ways, even as we face our sufferings and afflictions in the months ahead. Because they possibly aren't going to go away, but we do have a God who is with us through every circumstance and situation. So let's encourage one another even when times are tough. And we're also thinking a little bit about prayer as well, because the third point in the verse isn't just about what it means to have hope and joy or be patient in affliction, but it means to be faithful in prayer. And as a church, we are committed to praying, seeking God in every circumstance. We believe in the power of prayer. We believe that prayer actually works. It's not just some magical formula. It invites us into a relationship with God in a deep way, in a way where we can trust him more fully. And things do change as a result of prayer. God does act. And so we want to be a church that is really passionate about praying, especially in the coming year.
Many of you will be aware, but in 2020, just after Easter, I believe it was, we started doing fortnightly prayer Zooms on a Sunday evening. And those were more powerful and more moving and more uplifting than I could have even imagined. And I know that was the case for so many of you who engaged with that. And this year, we want to be faithful in prayer. And so that's something that we're committed to continuing on and carrying on in the new year. We want to have those times to meet together and pray together. So those Sunday evening fortnightly prayer Zooms are going to carry on, and we really look forward to the day when we can meet together in person and do them as well.
So our encouragement to you is to find someone whom you can pray with this year. Think about someone who you can go for a walk with perhaps, or you might want to reach out to by way of a phone call or a text. A prayer friend whom you can trust and build a relationship with, but pray together about the things that are going on in your life. We want to encourage a culture of prayer where every Christian, every person who belongs to the church is engaged in prayer. So reach out to someone and get a prayer partner and enjoy that relationship of encouragement, of support, of growing in your faith, of seeking God more, not simply on your own, but perhaps with someone else. So we want to bless you this year as we launch into 2021 with the verse from the year, which is Romans 12, verse 12. God bless you.